An Indian fighter jet flew high in the sky. It was fast, strong, and fully armed. The pilot felt safe, but in the next few minutes, everything would change forever. A missile was coming, silent, sharp, and deadly. Before the pilot even saw it, the jet was hit. It burst into flames. It was one of the cleanest air kills in modern history. The missile that did this was the PL-15, fired from a Pakistani J-10C jet. This was not a close fight. There was no dogfight or chase. The J-10C found the Indian jet from far away using advanced radar. It locked on and fired. The PL-15 missile did the rest. It flew fast, high, and silent. The Indian pilot had no warning, no time to move, no second chance. This was more than just a hit. It was a message. For a long time, India believed it ruled the skies in the region. But this moment proved that new weapons and smart tech can change everything. It was a moment that broke the old belief. Now, everyone is watching. The PL-15 missile is not a normal weapon. It can reach far distances. It follows its target using radar and moves faster than sound. By the time a warning beep goes off in the enemy jet, it's already too late. In this case, the Indian jet was hit before it could even react. It was a fast and quiet end. Think about it. You are flying at 40,000 feet, ready for action. Then you hear a beep. The next second, your jet is gone. That's how fast it happens. That's how dangerous the PL-15 is. If you believe that power comes from having more jets or faster engines, think again. This kill showed that smart systems and precision matter more now. In war, brains beat muscle. And this is just the beginning. In the next few minutes, more will be revealed about how this J-10C and PL-15 combo works. This isn't about just one missile. It's about a whole new way of fighting in the sky. Faster, smarter, and harder to stop. This wasn't fiction, it was real. A single missile changed the story. It didn't just destroy a jet, it shook the balance of power. And from now on, no one will feel truly safe in the skies. Pakistan's Air Force introduced a new fighter jet, the J-10C, to stand against India's powerful Rafale jets. Many people saw it as a bold move. But when the time came, the J-10C didn't just fly to compete. It attacked. And it proved something big. The skies over South Asia would never feel the same again. India believed its jets were safer, faster, and stronger. But in just one moment, that belief was destroyed. A single missile, fired from the J-10C, hit an Indian fighter jet before it could even react. No warning, no escape, just sudden fire in the sky.
What made the J-10C so deadly? It carries some of the most advanced tech in the region. With AESA radar, electronic warfare tools, and long-range missile power, this jet is built not for dogfights, but for ambushes. It sees first, it strikes first, and the enemy never knows what hit him. Think of the J-10C like a hidden sniper. It doesn't need to run into the open or chase its target. It waits. It locks on from a distance, and when it shoots, it doesn't miss. The Indian pilot that day had no radar warning. Nothing told him he was being tracked. The missile came fast and quiet. He didn't even get the chance to dodge or fire back. What started as a normal flight ended with silence, and then flames. This wasn't just a fight between two aircraft. It was a bigger battle, old beliefs versus new reality. India trusted strength and tradition. Pakistan brought surprise and smart tech. One interesting detail, China didn't just sell the J-10C to Pakistan. They customized it, made sure it could carry the PL-15 missile. That one upgrade turned the jet into a weapon of the future. A beyond visual killer, ready to destroy targets without ever being seen. But here's the truth. The J-10C was only the start. The real danger came from the missile it launched, the one that changed the fight without a warning shot. The PL-15 missile wasn't built for close dogfights. It was made to win from far away, before the enemy even knew it was in danger. It can fly over 300 kilometers, faster than Mach 4, and can lock onto a target using active radar. It doesn't chase blindly. It hunts with purpose. The Indian pilot never had a chance. By the time the missile was close, it was already too late. There was no turning, no escaping, no warning. Just silence, then impact. The PL-15 uses dual-pulse propulsion, which gives it extra power and longer range than most other missiles. Once launched, it doesn't slow down. It speeds up again in its final attack. Imagine being hit by a sniper who fires from hundreds of kilometers away, and you never even saw the flash. That's what the PL-15 does in the sky. India tried to protect its jets with electronic countermeasures and defensive flares, but the PL-15 didn't care. It flew smarter, it flew faster, and it flew right past them. The missile wasn't confused. It was locked in, and it didn't miss. This wasn't a lucky shot. It was cold precision. Even the United States sees how dangerous this missile is. That's why they're rushing to build their own answer, the AIM-260, a missile meant to match or beat the PL-15. But for now, the PL-15 stands alone. No other missile can do what it just did.
This wasn't just a lucky shot. It was a carefully planned attack using advanced technology and teamwork. The Indian pilot thought he was flying safely. What he didn't know was that he had already entered a digital trap. An invisible net set by Pakistan's Air Force. High above, Pakistan's Airy-Eye AEW&C plane was scanning the skies. It saw the Indian jet from far away, long before it came close to danger. That plane sent the exact location and flight path to the J-10C. This means the fighter didn't even have to turn on its own radar. It stayed completely silent, avoiding detection, while locking onto its target using only shared data. It's like being hunted by a sniper, but the sniper has a whole team of spotters across the battlefield, and you never see any of them. You're being tracked from all angles, and by the time you know it, it's already too late. The J-10C fired the missile without ever turning on its radar. It shot blind, but with perfect vision, thanks to the network watching for it. This is what military experts call a passive lock, and it's extremely hard to detect or stop. The Indian jet had no idea it was being targeted. It flew into a kill zone that wasn't marked on any map. No alarms, no beeps, just instant death. Pakistan used a net, a digital network of sensors and coordination. India on that day brought a sword. A strong weapon, yes, but too slow, too loud, and completely exposed. Thanks to data link tech, one plane can now fire at what another plane sees. You don't need your own eyes, just trust the system. But now the question is, if one jet was erased this easily, is India's top fighter, the Rafale, truly safe? The Rafale jet was India's pride. It was seen as a flying fortress, fast, smart, and unbeatable in the sky. But all it took was one missile to break that image. The PL-15 didn't just destroy a jet, it destroyed a belief. A belief that the Rafale could handle anything. On paper, Rafale has great radar range and amazing maneuverability, but none of that matters if the enemy sees you first and hits you before you know you're in danger. In that moment, speed means nothing, and fancy moves don't save you. It's like bringing a sword to a sniper fight. The Rafale didn't fail because it was weak. It failed because it was outclassed in this kind of war. A war of data, reach, and invisible threats. This wasn't about which plane flew better. It was about which system worked smarter. The strike showed that India's air dominance wasn't built on total power. It was built on hope. And that hope cracked in a single flash. Now, even France is thinking about upgrading Rafale's weapons just to keep up, because the skies have changed. So, if this one hit changed the game, what's the next move in this silent air war?
Want to move on to the final climax and future implications? Air combat used to be about skill and bravery. Now it's about who connects faster, locks earlier, and fires smarter. The PL-15 missile didn't just take down a jet, it showed us the future. Quick, silent, and deadly. The J-10C and PL-15 combo isn't just powerful, it's the new model for air warfare. This isn't about strength, it's about who shoots first and from farthest away. But the real weapon wasn't the missile, it was the network behind it, guiding every move. Now, India has to rethink its whole strategy or face more public embarrassments like this. Because the fight is no longer about jets. It's about kill chains, data, and AI. And soon, the PL-15 might guide itself mid-air, dodging blocks and hunting smarter. So what does this one air kill really mean? The J-10C and PL-15 didn't just win, they rewrote air combat. No warning, no escape. One missile ended a myth. This is the future, silent, fast, and final. The J-10C and PL-15 didn't just take down a jet, they introduced a new chapter in air warfare. You've just seen how future battles will be fought, with speed, stealth, and smart systems. Want more deep dives into defense and strategy? Subscribe now and tell us, should India answer with new tech or smarter tactics?